Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Virtual Travel with Super. I'm Zoe, and together with me are my co-hosts William and Dominic.
Hello,
Hello.
hi everyone.
Before we begin, we would like to congratulate the prize winner of the last episode.
Congratulations on winning the prize.
So Dominic, it's the first time you are here with us. Any special thoughts or feelings?
Actually, I'm pretty excited because it's been some time since I came back to this office. So today we are doing a video recording about this virtual tour. So I may feel a bit anxious because also my first time in front of camera. I'm not a local YouTuber or So pardon me if I do any types of a little bit of a sort of like I would say mishaps. So if there's any jamming on my speech or something, just pardon me.
So I don't think we need to worry about that because today we'll be talking about a country that you are very familiar with. It's very famous and it's also exotic, and that is South Africa.
Oh, yes, South Africa. Yeah. So Zoe, what do you have any idea of South Africa is?
I only know Cape Town.
Oh, Cape Town is pretty famous because of
Yeah.
the views. They have nature, scenery as well. Then of course there are pretty much some other stuff which is famous for as well. Yeah. So in actual fact, South Africa has 3 capital cities. For example, one of it Cape Town, second one Pretoria, the third one is Bloemfontein. But like we have mentioned previously, just a few seconds ago, people normally go for the holiday is Cape Town because of the weather, the nice cooling weather. Because when I went in September, the weather was pretty pleasant. It was around for example 16 to 24 degrees Celsius.
Very cold, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty windy as well. So this is a city where probably it will be much cooler, especially in their winter period, especially in this June to August, because they are in the southern hemisphere. Therefore, their seasons are pretty much reversed to what we are known for, like December winter holidays. Okay.
So from Cape Town, what are places that we should see?
So the places we should see actually, for example, we can take a boat ride. It's an hour plus to see the entire island, to see thousands of Cape fur seals.
Oh.
Then you can also see the African penguins, which is pretty cute. If you are a fan of this, what is the cartoon? What is it? Where it has lots of penguins in it.
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet. They are pretty cute. Then of course Cape of Good Hope, because there's also a point known that it is the meeting point of Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean. Yeah. Then from there you can take a funicular to see the famous lighthouse of Cape Point. And of course one of the famous scenery is in Cape Town, which is the Table Mountain, where you can also take a cable car up. But however, because due to its cable car up, if weather permits, if it's foggy, then you will not be able to go up. And of course, all this information, for example, the cable car availability, you can find online in the South Africa website itself. Yeah.
So you mentioned about the Table Mountain. Like when we go up there, is there anything special to see?
Basically, when you go up there, it's also you can get an aerial vantage point view, or I would say a bird's eye view of the whole city itself. Then another interesting thing is there are small mammals there, some of animals which you can see commonly, but the uncommon one, which they call it the rock hyrax, that is pretty much, you will feel that it looks like it resembles a guinea pig, the size of it, the things of it. But what I know of, and which the tour guide has mentioned, is that it has a DNA which is pretty similar to elephant.
Oh really?
Yeah, this is really quite interesting because you can see the smart size of it, but the next closest living relative of it is actually the elephant because of the DNA stuff, all this. So that's what they found out, and I feel that from there, and you can also see sometimes, because you can see how fast the weather change. For sometimes it's really clear, the next moment in just a few minutes, fog comes in. Then after a few minutes later, it goes away again. So this is how the weather of top of it is usually of the Table Mountain is like. And in actual fact, it is 1,086 meters above sea level.
So you won't feel. Actually, it's not that high, right?
It's not that high.
Yeah, so probably wouldn't have altitude sickness.
No. A human body usually experiences altitude sickness around 2000 to 2003 meters above sea level. That's depends on individual.
Yeah. But
So-
in general, quite safe for
Quite safe. The only thing you need to worry about able to go up or not. Because weather change pretty fast, like just now I mentioned.
Yeah, I know in South Africa, like there are a few famous activities lah, like wine tasting or the animal safari.
Yes. So wine tasting, you can also go to this winery, vineyard. You know they have the Stella Bosch winery, so you can do wine tasting. You can ask for it, and then you can also see the cellars where they have put it in this the wine cask. Very huge one. And then of course this is in Cape Town more of it because of the weather. The climate is pretty much like I would say like Australia. It's unlike when you go to the central of South Africa, like Pretoria, where they are famous for what? Animal safari. So over there, then that one is pretty much if you go in the summer, it's really hot and dry. But when you go during, like for example, the period where I went in September 2019, sorry a bit jam, 2019, where once the sun sets, it gets pretty cold. I would say like sudden drop off for example 24 degrees, sudden drop to 15 once the sun sets. That's because during the animal safari, people would go to two of the animal safari, 2 time slot. One is late afternoon till early evening. The other one is in the wee hours of the morning, like when you set off at 5:30 a.m.
So you will see like the same animals or different?
Basically you will see the animals which you have much seen previous on 2 occasions. It's only that you have a higher chance of seeing the big 5, where the South Africa is known for. So what are the big 5 actually?
What is the big 5?
Big 5 are the 5 renowned animals which is known in South Africa. For example, first one, lion. Second one, leopard. Third one, elephant. Elephant. Yeah. Third one is elephant. The fourth one is buffalo. The fifth one is rhino.
Oh, no tiger. I thought about tiger.
No, tiger is a misconception. So another easy way is to remember this is actually buy their currency, South Africa rand. So right now, from what I know, the current rate is around 1 SGD to 16 South African rand. So each denomination of the note, like $20, $100, rand, all this, they have the big 5 picture. So people, they have this hope of catching the big 5. Just like when you go to Finland to see the aurora.
Yeah.
It all depends on fate. Sometimes you can see all 5 of them, in one session. Then the next time when you go, you can only see 2. People usually are able to see clearly the rhinoceros because they are slow. That's why poachers are poaching them to brink of extinction. So about the this saying, when the buying stops, the killing can too. So do not buy any stuff made from all these rhino horns. And medicinal properties, research have shown it doesn't show any effects on medicinal properties. So please do not do that. Because on the black market, from what I know, is a kg of that rhino horn, you can sell up to $70,000 US.
Oh, sick.
A kg of it. And the material or what is made out of the horn is actually the same as human fingernails. So if you think that the horn has medicinal properties, maybe you can do something to your fingernails to boil in water, for medicine. So this is usually what happens. Okay, so then the more elusive one, which is harder to catch, is actually the leopard.
Because it's fast?
One thing is fast, second thing is unpredictable because it can hide on top of the trees. And the third one is it may be staying still, just preying on it. Yeah. So for me, I didn't see the leopard. The rest of the other 4 I saw it, like buffalo, elephant, lion, and also the rhino itself. So this is the one animal safari which people go for. It's pretty much safe. The only thing that probably not to put on perfume and cologne if you're going to the animal safari, because the animals are pretty much sensitive to scent. And if you're worried about safety, do not worry. Because basically you'll be on a jeep, which is the animals in the safari are pretty much used to seeing jeeps, so they would not have anything, sudden movement of it. They wouldn't go really close and then just jump up on that.
Then what about t-shirt? Like bullfighting, they always say like you cannot wear red.
Yeah, the red.
For this, we try not to wear so bright colored clothing. Like don't wear even in Singapore, for example, you go to rifle range, you don't wear yellow clothing. If not, the monkeys would chase you. You look like a walking banana to them. So you don't wear bright colored clothing. That's a warning. Okay, like red as well. So this is precautions you need to take. But basically, it's pretty much safe. And then we have you also have like up to a certain point where you can rest and relax, because you need to have a toilet. Because when you're doing a game drive, you can't use the toilet.
Oh, okay.
Because of the safety, you wouldn't know the lion is actually behind you because of the color of the leaves, and actually the grass really camouflage. It's real camouflage. They can camouflage perfectly. So this is what happens in the wild. And then if you encounter where they are preying on animals or feeding, we cannot interfere, because this is the act of nature. So this is what you find out. Actually, it's pretty interesting to see animals in a natural safari. I asked a question when we see lots of zebras. I asked my park ranger, how do we differentiate a female zebra and a male zebra? So the answer he gave was fantastic. I have to give thumbs up to him. He said the male one is black with white strips. The female one is white with black strips. So come to think of it, isn't it the same?
Isn't it the same?
Even people doesn't know unless to close inspection where they have to tranquilize it and bring it back. So this is so this is something which I thought for it a while. Isn't it the same? So this is the same reaction I had. Okay. So right after visiting the safari, right, sometimes people will tend to ask, do we get a chance to have any special meals or special type of meat?
You mean like the big five, those meat?
I will not say no. You wouldn't eat a lion, right? So we have. I've actually eaten some of the special so-called meat. Game reserve, wild meat. They call it wild game meat, or a closer relative to chicken, ostrich. Ostrich. So I had a lesson there at an ostrich farm. So you can have a chance to sit on an ostrich. I didn't sit on it because I fear that the ostrich might have break the back. If I sit on the ostrich Okay. So actually, ostrich meat is really similar to chicken, and it has lesser fats compared to chicken as well. And then
healthier choice.
Then of course, people will ask, what about the egg? No, unfortunately, we don't eat the ostrich egg, because an ostrich egg, it will be at least size of 80 chicken eggs.
It's very big.
It's a really huge omelette. Like you have a wok hei, those type of wok, right? And you fry it. I think it's just nice that size. The big pot, the cha bihun. When you fry the bihun, this is those size. So and then I learned that the ostrich egg actually can stand up to the weight of 100 kilograms. The weight of the shell itself is pretty much tough. So you can imagine how is it like if a 100 kg or 80 kg stand on an egg, it doesn't break or give way. That is how strong it is. Yeah.
Is it very very heavy or not? Like if 100 kg cannot even break it, then
I would not say it's heavy. It's just that the shell is really hard. Like the thickness of it. Because you can see an empty shell and then you can see the thickness of it, how thick it is. Yeah, that's how it is like as well.
Zoe interested to try ostrich.
Yeah, I want to know how they cook the ostrich meat.
Ostrich meat. I had it stewed, like sort of like simple sauce, which they put salt and pepper to marinate it and then cook it, and then which I think it's like a stew, some sort of stew, with the side of a little bit rice and some fries. That's what I remember. So it will cater more to even everyone, you know, rice and fries, everyone eats it, right? So no problems for those, and maybe some greens on by the side as well. Yeah.
Are you interested?
Yeah,
Can
I think
try.
I will try. Yeah.
Yeah, but not the egg because the cholesterol level is too high. Minimum 80 eggs, 80 chicken eggs. Yeah, so that is how much it is, how big it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what can I buy? What can we buy in South Africa?
You can buy some craftsmanship items, souvenirs like display ornaments, handcrafted. You know, like for example, ostrich egg. They paint it really meticulously and then really exquisite designs. So you can see it all over, like the ostrich farm. They do sell it. They have a souvenir shop definitely as well. But however, on some of the other stores, which is maybe you go to a handcraft area or something like that, handcraft market, you can also find the ostrich egg design. But the problem is, how detailed are they? A fine example in relation to this is just like when you go to Russia to buy the Russian dolls. I buy from this shop the sort of like a more bigger shop front one is like 60 US. Then but the roadside is 12 US. What is that difference? Same, the quality, the detailed how it is to it. Like for example, the lines are drawn very nicely, and then it is like a table lamp, those type of ornament. So I know that two of my friends bought it. Yeah, so that's why I've seen it. So it's pretty much quite interesting as well, and it's unique because they don't have a similar one.
Is it expensive or?
I think they bought it around $30 US, around there, 20-25 or something like that.
So you mentioned US dollar. Does that mean like a lot of those things that you buy there is all in US dollars?
Some shops do accept US dollars, but the majority of it, they only accept their own currency, South African one. Yeah. So this is how it is because you see there are a lot of international tourists as well. So US dollars is a closer relation for some of them. That is why, and that's how the currency works over there. But majority of shops, even you go to malls, they only accept their own currency, South African rand. So these are the stuff which you can buy back. You know, not only this, you can also like buy some, for example, like stuffed toys, especially when you go to the game reserve, you stay in the resort, they do sell the stuffed toy, like the big five one, lion and blah blah blah, leopard as well. All this, maybe your kids may like it. You know, when we stay at the resort in the game reserve, on the bed it has a stuffed animal, but it's not for free because you see the price tag on it. Okay, so please remember not to just put it in your luggage because you need to pay for it afterwards when you checked out if they find it missing. So these are the stuff. Then of course, other than that, they have like local eateries where you can try some of the local food because South African food is really pretty close to our palate. They don't have really those type of real exotic one because in fact South Africa, there are a lot of Caucasians there because they are a mixture of Dutch, Germans because of the history of the gold, and in fact the South African language, it is a combination mixture of the Dutch language and a bit of German when you pronounce it, especially it's closer to the Dutch language, the pronunciation of it. But some words is unique to them, which is why they differentiate between South African language and Dutch. Interesting, right? All this is really a very rich, interesting country. When something happens, like I had an encounter was when I was exiting the airport through to our hotel, and I saw a burning car. And the next thing, my guide, say that, oh, don't worry, TIA. What's TIA?
What?
This is Africa.
This is Africa.
This is Africa. Okay, so yeah, it's just that pretty much safety-wise, you do not need to have much concern. Cape Town is pretty safe. Okay, and this what do you call it? Johannesburg. It is not that safe compared to Cape Town. Cape Town is safe within the city, the city area limits.
Yeah.
Johannesburg is inside the city, also not that safe. But do not worry because the places where you put up a proper hotel, they have their own security, they have their own fence. So do not need to worry about this. So that's why just do not go out on your own, in Johannesburg.
But when you say it's not safe, like what kind of things would happen?
Robbery, maybe. Robbery may happen, like in Johannesburg, from what I know. Yeah, it is pretty common now. I mean, not that closer because the place where I put up previously was so-called the Johannesburg CBD area called Sandton. So that's much safer than other parts of the city. So regarding this safety issue-wise, you do not need to worry that much, except for Johannesburg where you just abide by the rules. Once night falls, you just go back to your hotel and rest for the night. Yeah. Then it's actually like they have very huge disparity between the rich and the poor. The poor can really earn less than $1 a day. The rich are really filthy rich. Especially they reside most of them reside in Cape Town itself. That's why.
That's why the security is better in Cape Town.
Yeah.
I would say yes. Yeah. There's the security wise, some of them, their houses are really huge. They have their own security detail. But these are stuff we can't see. Just do not really need to worry about the safety issue. Just abide by the rules and you're pretty much safe.
Okay, I think that we've come to the end of our introduction for South Africa. I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. If you do, please help to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and to our Facebook. And of course, don't forget that we have a quiz right after this. So feel free to comment your right answers below to win a prize.
好啦，今天非常感谢 Dominic 跟我们大家一起分享了南非 South Africa。也希望大家能够喜欢我们的视频，也希望我们的视频可以帮助你更加的了解南非。如果喜欢我们的视频的话，欢迎追踪我们的频道以及我们的 Facebook， 还有要为我们的视频点赞。还有不要忘记在我们的视频后面呢有奖问答的活动，在评论下面写下你的答案，可以赢得我们的奖品。感谢大家的收看，谢谢，拜拜。
Bye bye. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
Thank you.